Hey everybody, how's it going? Hello, 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 and welcome to today's webinar. Today we will be talking about how to create a winning press pack. I am Anitra J from the Crafty Musician blog, so happy to be here. Happy to have you here as well. Welcome, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, welcome. Come in, say hello, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And I would also like to hear where you're based and what type of music you do. That's always fun to hear that and just to hang out with you guys. So, and gals. I am streaming from outside. My husband Rob suggested that I stream outside today. This is actually my backyard. I've been telling y'all I live in Eureka Springs, okay? So that is a very rural area in the mountains. So a lot of us who live out here, we have hillsides and mountainsides and wooded areas. So that's what you see back here. Now pray for me. I'm out here in the elements, guys. I got my SWAT board. Okay, if I see a bee or something, that's what y'all are gonna see me doing, swatting. All right. It's a little windy out here. And we've got, I don't know about y'all, but we have had an influx of Asian lady beetles, and it is so annoying. They've been getting in the house and they are everywhere. So we've got that too. Shawnette Johnson says hi. Hi, Shawnette. How are you? Welcome to today's webinar. Let us know in the chat where you're based and what type of music you do. Always fun to hear that. So yeah, so I'm gonna be swatting, and hopefully the wind doesn't pick up too much and it doesn't distract us from anything. If you're in Facebook, let me know if you can see me, hear me. Let me know if everything is looking good. All right. Shawnette. Hi, Shawnette from Austin. Austin, nice. I manage 4 different music artists. Oh, that's awesome. Good to have you. And how's the weather there in Austin? I think we're hitting up to 60 degrees today. So that's really cool. Okay, so if this is your first time hanging out with us, again, I'm Anitra J from the Crafty Musician blog. I post weekly videos on YouTube every week, helping musicians to build a fan base and make money with music. Today, we also do webinars, and we're doing webinars every other week. And today, we're going to be focusing on how to create a winning press pack. Recently, in our last webinars, we've been talking a lot about the things that go into your press pack. We talked about the bio, we talked about the media kit, we talked about writing a press release, we talked about promoting an upcoming release and all the things that go into that. Well, the press pack is something that is a hub that kind of holds all that stuff together. And so you're going to be using that as part of your promotional efforts when you're collaborating with others, working with partnership, working with others in partnership, working with industry professionals, media professionals, and the list goes on. And we'll get into that today. All right. So I wanted to let you know that if you are not on the notification tribe, that's something to consider adding yourself to. I'd love to have you there as well. The notification tribe is when I send you a text alert every time we go live. So just in case YouTube, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to us here on YouTube. But if you're not subscribed, You'll also get a text alert from me personally, letting you know that we're going live, and I also send fun things here and there as well. If you want to participate in any demonstrations that we do live, I send that out to my text alert notification tribe first. Like in one of the last sessions, we did a bio write-up for someone, and we wrote up a whole new bio, added some sizzle and pop flair to it, and it just kind of made it extra. And so that was as a result of that person being on the text alert notification tribe. So I'm gonna drop a link into the chat for the notification tribe. Notification tribe. Okay, so there it is. Go ahead and click on that. It takes you to a form you can fill out and let me know your phone number or email address. And I'm sorry, I'm buffering here a little bit. Next time I go live, I'll send you a text alert letting you know. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to get started here. I have my notes. So I'm going to get started. Let me go ahead and turn off some things because they get in the way sometimes. All right, I'm going to add my slideshow to the stage. Today we're talking about how to create a press pack. The first thing we want to answer, what in the heck is a press pack? And is that the same thing as a press kit or a media kit? And so the answer is no. A press pack is a folder, a directory, a hub where you keep all of your promotional materials, right? So a folder that holds all of a musician's promo materials for the purpose of getting featured, radio airplay, media coverage, and working with other industry partners such as venues, event co-hosts, etc. What are the benefits of having a press pack? Having a press pack helps you to organize your promo materials. It makes your promo materials easily accessible for others to go in, access, download, and utilize for their promotional efforts. Makes it easier for partners to work with you. And we'll talk about some use cases and when you'll be using this. And it ensures proper branding and attribution and coverage throughout, whether you're promoting yourself or whether a co-host who's hired you for performing at an event, they're promoting the event to their networks. They're going to need, your promo pictures, your bio, and things like that. You send them a link to this press pack, and now they have everything that they need. It keeps confusion down as to what needs to be used and what doesn't need to be used, because as entertainers and musicians, a lot of our stuff is seasonal. So we might be promoting one set of pictures for one season of the year, but at the end of the year we might have a new release coming out, so we have new promo pictures, we have new branding, new messaging to promote a particular song or project. So all of the promotional assets have changed, right? So it helps to keep all of that organized. It helps to keep all of that, making sure that it's consistent throughout when someone else is using it to promote you as well. All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts here. What is a press pack particularly used for? Okay, so what I have here is musicians send a link to their press pack to recipients for their use of elements contained inside the press pack for promotional efforts. So for example, promotional photos, your bio, a press release, any flyers that you have, any other materials like music files, videos, things that you're using on a regular basis to promote yourself. All of that goes in this folder. And it's used for the purpose of you being able to collaborate with someone else so that they can use it as well. All right, so when would a musician's press pack be used? All right, so I'll give you some scenarios. You're looking to be featured on a blog, a radio show, TV show, or for radio airplay consideration. All right, so when you are talking with someone, you're getting feedback, they want to use you, they want to promote you, they want to feature you, this is when you would go ahead and send them the link to your press pack. They've already said yes, send me all your stuff, right? You're going to send them the press pack. It's one easy link, and everything inside of that link is already added so that they can have access to your assets, promotional assets. You're about to be featured somewhere and your contact needs pictures and a bio, right? So like I just said, you've been talking to this radio station and a DJ wants to feature you on a show, and so they've asked for all your stuff, and so you send them this link. You've been booked to perform and the host or venue is looking for materials to use in their promo efforts, right? So you're performing at a class reunion, and the person who is hosting the class reunion wants to send out some information about you, about their featured entertainer, to everyone who's coming, all the attendees. You send them a link to your press pack and everything's already there for them. All right, and the last bullet I have is you are working with or adding a new team member. That's a big one. That's a big one. Let's say you're working with a someone who's going to help you get more shows, or someone who's going to help you get featured in blogs, right? So a public relations professional. They're going to need all of your assets, all of your promotional things that you're using to promote yourself. They're going to need your bio and all of that stuff, right? So instead of you having to send them this stuff one thing at a time and having to go through all of your stuff and look for it and send it, you've already got it in your press pack. So it's easy, just send them the link to your press pack and they're boom, bam, they've got it. So that's what a press pack is used for. So let's talk about what goes into a press pack. All right. Now, if you have any questions, you want me to review something that I've already said, just let me know. Put a question in the chat. Put anything in the chat that you want to add to this discussion today. This is an interactive format, so let me know. Let me know your thoughts, any questions. What goes into a press pack? All right. So first of all, your press kit. What's the difference between the press pack and the press kit? The press pack is a hub. It's a directory folder of all of your stuff. However, a press kit is something that you use. It's usually in PDF format if it's online, okay? But it's something that you use to introduce yourself to people who may not know you or may not know of you, or just getting introduced to you. So a lot of the things that are in the press pack goes in the press kit, but it's more sales approach. The media kit or press kit is more sales approach. It's designed to help move someone along in their decision-making process as to whether or not to use you for, I'm sorry, I keep saying use you. I don't think that's a good terminology. Whether or not to promote you or feature you, okay? So I'm gonna show you an example of my press kit, and when we get along into showing the examples. But that's the first thing that goes into your press pack, is your media kit / press kit, okay? Your bio, promotional photos, music files, videos, a press release, your contact information, and a cover letter. What would you put on a cover letter? So let's start here. The press pack might have different uses for different things that you're doing. So let's show some examples of some different scenarios, right? So let's say that you have a new release coming out. You have a new release coming out and you've created a press pack for this specific release. Your cover letter would talk a little bit about, boy, it is really windy. Can y'all hear this wind? I'm trying to wait until it dies down. Shawnette says, I don't have a read me cover letter. Sorry, Faith. Oh, and that's all right. That's all right. These, you know, what I'm sharing with here is these are examples, and these are different bullet points that I'm including in here. A cover letter would be useful and helpful if you're sending a folder with a bunch of stuff in it. The cover letter helps you to organize what's all in here, right? So it's like when you get a folder from someone and it's just full of stuff, right? The cover letter gives a list of what's in there and how to use it. So your cover letter would kind of look something like that, where you're speaking, hello, welcome to artist press kit. Press pack. Here is what you'll find in this press pack. Thank you for working with us. And here's my contact information. Let me know if you have any questions. So it's just organization to help bring some organization to the folder that they're gonna look at. All right, so you have this new release. In the cover letter, you're going to introduce the new release, talk a little bit about it, and then share what's going to be found in the press pack. All the information, all of the files, all of the assets. You're going to talk about what they're going to find in it and where to start. Okay, so start with the bio. The bio explains a little bit about the artist and what they're working on and that kind of thing. Wouldn't that be a document within the folder or email? Yes, so that's what it is. A cover letter is a document that you add in the folder, or it could be a part of your email pitch as well. Your email introducing the press pack. Exactly. You got it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna work on a press pack together, so you all can see what it looks like and get some ideas on how to create yours. And I'm gonna show you an example of mine actually. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open mine up and I'm gonna share my screen with you. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, so what you see is an interactive PDF, basically. It's something that they can link to online. So I will send an email out to whoever I'm working with the link to this file. And I created this in Canva actually. All right, so it's a press pack, has my name and my picture, right? So the next sheet that you see is the cover letter, right? So I'm saying, welcome to my press pack. In the following pages you will find. So it basically lists all of the different things that they're gonna find in the press pack and how to access all of the contents. So like I said, this is an interactive PDF. So that means that everything in here that is clickable, you can click on it and go to wherever the file is held, and they can listen, watch, download, things like that. It just makes it easier for people to um, to understand and consume everything that you have in basically in this kind of organized format, right? So like down here I have, this is my media kit. So you can click on that and you'll be taken directly to my media kit. And I was explaining a little bit earlier of the difference between a press pack and a media kit. So I wonder if I look at this, if I look at it, I'm going to share a little bit of my media kit so you can see the difference. So we're going to hop over to my media kit. So it's more sales approach, sales oriented, right? So I would send this out to someone who I'm hoping that would work with me and feature me, right? So it's kind of, it has all of the, like the buzzwords, all of my sound bites in it, to help people understand what type of music I do, key points of interest and things like that. So that's my media kit. Now it still has a lot of the things in it that the press pack does. And the difference is that you're using it differently. So this is what's being sent out to someone who, like, let's talk about your new release, right? So you're sending the press kit out to the radio contacts in order to get them to consider you for airplay. So you'll send this out to them. Once they accept you and want to feature you, then you send them the press pack. So all of the reviews and things like that. So that's my media kit. So I'm gonna hop back over to the press pack. So there is the media kit that we were just looking at, and then here is the press release that I wrote for this specific project. So if you're doing a new release, you would include the press release that associates with the new release. Shonette says, wow, that's nice. Thank you very much. Okay, moving along. So I've got my bio. And these are all of my promo images that I've included in the press pack. So at the top there, it says, click on any image to download. So that means that they can click on any of these images and they can download it and use it for their promotional purposes. I've got 2 pages of images. And next is my music. So this is a breakdown of all of the albums that I've done and what album I'm working on currently and what's coming up. So it has, now I've got some filler text in here because I didn't finish it all. But ideally you would have information about each album or each song. So if you're releasing a single, you would have information about that single on this page. And then you can click on each of these tracks, each of these images, and it should take you to the track corresponding to the image. Likewise, there are promotional videos. So you have promotional videos here that kind of gives a snapshot of your body of work. And so the person can use any of these videos to help with their promotional efforts. So let's go back to the new release example. If you have any behind the scenes footage that talks about your song, if you have an official music video, you have a lyric video, you have the making of, you have any snippet videos, all of that will go here. And so it's giving a wealth of all of the video assets that help to promote that one single. And if you're releasing an album, same goes for that. You would have any of your videos that go along with your album will go on this page. And then my contact information. So going back to the slide where I talk about the different elements of the press release. Let's go back there and review. So the press kit, your bio, promotion videos, press release, contact information, and README cover letter. So all of that was contained in the PDF document that I showed you. It doesn't have to be a PDF document. It could be a folder on your Google Drive. It could be a Dropbox folder. It could be a physical folder. You know, if you're still doing in-person meetups and things like that. The point is that you have a folder, and everything that is promoting your project or whatever you're trying to promote is in that folder. And so those are the things that you would add to that. All right, any questions? So far, so good? What's the next slide? Okay, so let's take a look at an example. We showed you my example. I want to talk a little bit here about different use cases. Right, so that's the end of it. Okay, so I want to talk about different use cases and how you can use a press pack to leverage a press pack to get more buzz and generate more exposure. Shawnette says, mines are all separated in one shareable folder. Gotcha. Right. So yeah, I was actually doing that at once as well. I had a Google Drive. And so all of my pictures and everything, bio, everything was just kind of separate in that one folder. And that's fine too. You know, whatever works best for you. I want to talk about how you can use this press pack to gain more exposure and to help generate more buzz. So, and I'm going to give you an example. This is something that happened to me. I went and booked a show. I was doing a tour, and I was going to perform at a winery, and they had billed me under the wrong name. I was working with the contact under my government name, my first and last name, my government name, instead of my artist name. And so they had taken my government name and they were promoting me using that name. And no one knows me as that. No one. So it was just like a big misunderstanding, but all the people in that area thought that that's who I was. And also, I don't want them knowing my government name. I want them knowing my artist name. So had I had a press pack, it would have been a lot easier for that person to promote me and bill me under the correct name. So that's one use scenario where, you know, a press pack would be beneficial, because they would have had my information, they would have had my bio, they would have had my name, the correct name and everything in one spot. So, and also lesson learned, okay? Just don't send out anything from your government name. Like, even in your email, you know, when you start an email address, they ask you for your first and last name. You put in your artist name. All right, Anitra J, that's my artist name. So you put in that. Don't go putting in your real last name or anything like that, because this is your business email. I'm getting hot, y'all. Your business email as an artist. So, you know, take that as a lesson learned, right? But also, I was working with a lot of venues back when I lived in Nashville, and I was doing a lot of touring, and Nashville was my touring base, right? And so I would create this press pack that I could send out to all the venues, because once they book you, they typically do promotions on their end as well. And so they're going to need information to put up on their website and things like that. They're going to need your bio, your picture. So it's really helpful to have this directory to use for those types of promotions. So the thing is that what you can do is create an actual bio that is going to be relevant for that particular show, right? Or you can create some utilize reviews that are relevant to your single release or that are relevant to any project that you're doing. And the other thing I said was create a bio. I was creating a separate bio for a specific tour that I was doing, right, where I was promoting a specific album. So in that bio, I would put things like the Crown and Glory album is the first of its kind that speaks to women with natural hair directly for encouragement and empowerment and individual growth. So that's not going to go in my general bio. That's going to go in the bio that's specific to that tour. Shawnette says, sorry, I have to go. I got a class. I'm definitely going to watch the replay. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Definitely helps me manage my artists. Oh, thank you so much. And have a good class time. And we will see you next time. Thanks for coming. And so using the specific reviews that go along with your new release or whatever you're promoting is going to help to really amplify the project, that particular project. So you don't want to put in random things into this press pack and say, yeah, there's my press pack, you use it, whatever. You want to be very specific because those reviews for that specific release is what's going to help to put in the mindset of the person that's using it that, hey, this is what this artist is doing. These are the reviews for this particular song. It really helps to elevate your brand. And so I want you to be mindful of what is going to actually go in the press pack for the specific scenario that you have. So I created several different press packs. You can create a press pack for a specific tour, a specific album release. You can create a press pack for anything specific that you're doing that you're needing to promote. What's that? Robin Harley up in here. Oh, thank you so much. That's my husband, guys. My husband and daughter. They are watching me. So thankful to have y'all support. Right. So I would suggest to create specific press packs for the specific things that you're working on and only send that press pack to the people who you're collaborating with. The other thing is that if you're collaborating with other artists, let's say that you're being featured on one of their songs, right? Sending them this press pack is going to encourage them to use your promotional materials in whatever they're doing. Because a lot of times when you're working with other artists, you have to tell them to promote you. It doesn't come naturally, right? Because they're thinking about promoting themselves. They're thinking about promoting their own song. But one of the reasons why we collaborate is because we're trying to tap into their networks. We're trying to tap into each other's networks. So if you're featured on someone else's song, sending them a press pack with all of your promotional assets will encourage them to utilize your promotional effort, your promotional assets as well when they're promoting their song. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because what you're doing is basically helping them along and promoting you in addition to promoting themselves. So that makes it easier for you to tap into their network. Another scenario is when you're working with an online street team. Okay. If you have people on your team they're helping you to promote, right? Let's say you have someone who shares all of your stuff. Every time you post something, they're sharing it. Okay, my suggestion is to reach out to that person, reach out to those people who are sharing diligently, and send them this press pack and just kind of ordain them or knight them into your street team. Send them this press pack, put all your best reviews in there, put your bio in there, put your best promotional pictures in there. And if you have any really good social media images and posts, or like, let's say you have some lyric posts, you have some you're doing a giveaway promotion, you're doing a special a contest or a special promotion for a release that you have coming out, go ahead and add that to the folder and send them a update saying, hey, I added some things to the folder for this month's promotion. If you get time, go ahead and share that on your social media platforms. I really appreciate it. That is your street team. Okay, so it really helps them to get on the same page with you and get on board with you in promoting your stuff. So using a press pack with a street team is a great way to leverage your press pack to get more exposure and elevate your promotional efforts. So those are some ways that you can use the press pack to gain even more exposure. Like I said, anytime I'm working with a venue, I will send them this press pack all the time because I don't want another repeat of what happened before where they billed me under the wrong name. That was just so embarrassing, y'all. I mean, seriously, it's crazy. So do we have any questions or any do you have any use cases that maybe I haven't talked about for using the press pack? I want to hear from you guys. I'm looking at my notes here and seeing if I missed anything. No, that's everything. So so that's the press pack. I'm gonna go through my press pack one more time. Is this it? Where's that screen? Here it is. So that you can see. All right, so that you can see what mine looks like. And this is just an example. I've used this in Canva. I've got my cover letter with the media kit and press release down there. It's all clickable. Bio, promo pictures, music files, videos, and contact information. It's just that simple. And I've got my social media links down at the bottom as well. It's very simple, and it's something that can help you to communicate and collaborate with others in promoting your music. Okay, so I think I'm done with my notes and everything. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I think this webinar is kind of like a culmination of everything else we've been talking about. It kind of puts a button on all of the information that we've shared leading up to today. So we worked on a bio. We talked about a press release. We talked about promoting an upcoming release. All of that stuff is going to be held inside of your press pack. So this is a really important tool that a lot of musicians really need to utilize in order to maintain consistent branding across all spaces. I'm eating some drum mix. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. Meanwhile, let's talk about what we're going to talk about next time. We are getting into the holiday season. So, well, first I want to let you know, if you need help creating your press pack, If you need help selecting promo pictures, a flyer template, press release template, if you need help with anything, don't be afraid to schedule a strategy session with me. It's $75 for one-on-ones. That's an hour, and it's a virtual phone call, and it's a video chat. So whatever strategizing you want to do, if you need accountability, you need help strategizing your next upcoming release or anything like that, schedule a strategy session with me. And members, if you're a member, you can get that at 50% off or even free, depending on what tier membership you have. So I'm going to share a link in the chat. Book a strategy session. Okay, so use that link to go ahead and book a strategy session if you need individual support. And also, I want to let you know that here today at 12:30 Central Time, we'll be having a members only after session. And in that session, we're going to talk about ideas on creating a specific press pack, different tools that you can use to create one. I'm going to share a template to the one that I showed today, the press pack I showed today. I'm going to share a template so you can use that to edit your specific press pack. We're going to talk about how to gain exposure with the press pack. I'm going to share a press kit template as well as a new flyer template, new release flyer template. And we're going to talk about any custom press pack guidance that you need help with. So join us today at 12:30 p.m. If you're a member, you will have a link in your inbox or your text messaging to join that today. So that's today at 12:30 Central Time. All right, and so I want to invite you to the next webinar. We have a webinar every 2 weeks. So the next webinar, we are going to go over holiday monetizing ideas, how to monetize your music for the holidays. So things that you can do during the holidays to get more money. Create a holiday monetizing strategy for musicians. That's going to be on November 22nd at 11 a.m. Central Time. All right. So if anyone has any questions, let me know. I want to shout out to all of the members, all of the people who have signed up to the membership. Shout them out. Thank you so much for being a part of the Crafty Musician community and taking advantage of all of the different perks available for members. Memberships start at just $5 a month, guys. And so you have access to the group sessions. You have access to all of the templates that are available. You have access to exclusive posts, and you also have access to 50% off strategy sessions with me. And depending on your tier of membership, you can have access to free 1-hour strategy sessions on a monthly basis. So if you want to become a member, I will drop a link down in the chat. There is a link to becoming a member, so click on that and it will take you to information on how to become a member. Also, if you're enjoying these webinars, if you're enjoying hanging out with us, let me know by sharing a donation. You can go to courses.thecraftymusician.com/buy-us-a-coffee and buy us a coffee if you're enjoying what you're seeing, you're enjoying the content, you think it's helpful, and you feel led to donate. Every bit counts. Thank you so much, guys. And I think that is all we have for today. If you're watching a replay, I am going to share all of the links that I've mentioned in today's session in the description box below. So I know a lot of you don't get to hang out with us in real time. You end up watching the replays, and thank you so much for that. Hit the like button, subscribe, and watch the replays, and let's stay connected. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a great afternoon. If you're a member, I will see you later today. All right, y'all have a good week. And where is my outro video? Boom. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great week.